Wow, it's a nice day outside. Plus, I slept really well last night. How did you sleep last night? First order of business. I am deeply moved by the Patreon support just in the first few days. So I would like to take a moment to recognize Mr. Sergio Nunez, Omer Akpinar, Paul Nally, Kevin McDonald, Madam Secretary Pat Sigelski, Kevin Lord, James West, and Chris Katowski. Gentlemen, thank you so much. It means the world to me. If you would like to take our relationship to the next level and go check out my Patreon, of course the link is in the description. Next order of business. Today we are doing Ecstatic by the Foo Fighters for Mr. Brandon Calloway, Mr. Brandon Calloway, and Mr. Brandon Calloway. Marsha. Let's do it. All right. At first glance, this song was pretty straightforward. I thought Pat Smear was doing like the Ramones in the beginning, starting a half step down on the root note and coming back up. But I looked at there's two live versions on YouTube, both from 1995, where they do sort of like a slow, cleaner version of this song, and I couldn't help but notice that Mr. Smear's hands were in down heresville and not at all on the 6th fret of the A string power chord. So then I ran into an issue of it sounded like he had open notes ringing out, and that wouldn't have possibly worked in regular tuning. So here's what I've done. E's regular, A's regular, D goes up a half step to D sharp. Totally weird, but you know, it's a Foo Fighters song. And then G is regular, but B, as if detuned, goes down one half step to B flat, and E as well, as if detuned, goes down one half step to E flat. So we have E A, D sharp or E flat, G, B flat, D sharp or E flat, and that allows you to be in the where it looked like Pat was, and you're gonna bend your A string 5th fret, and then you're gonna land. You've got G3. Now D's open, B's open, and E's open, and that sounds just right. Alright, yeah. And then once Dave starts singing, Pat stops doing the, and he just ends up with the G string 3rd fret and the D open, B open, E open. So he's just all... By the way, I put this. You play this on the electric, you know, if you want, of course. But I'm on the acoustic because I wanted you to be able to hear all the little things I was poking through as this discovery process happened. Okay, next part. All right, now as we parse apart Dave's part, let's just use the E and the A strings to start, and then we'll add the D and the G strings as sort of layer number 2 there, and that's sort of where some of the making educated guesses goes for which notes are right and where the hand position comes in. But there's no debate about these two strings. So 6/6 on E A, then E becomes 5/4, so you now end up with a G sharp power chord, right? And then you do your back on to the 6th fret of the E string for a strummy strum, and then move down to an F sharp power chord, 2/4. But for this walk, it goes from root 5th, which is what power chords are, right, to root 3rd, just like out of your G chord, right? So 3/2 up to 4/3, and then walk back down to 3/2/1, 3/2/2/1, then do a little slide up 2 frets, and you end up on 1 open, E1, A open, E string walks up to 2, and then to 3, at which point A becomes 1. And that's where it lands. So just those two strings, here we go, and I'm going to say something about the rhythm here after this. So 6/6, 5/4, hammer strummy, 2/4, now root 3rds, walk back down, little slide, to 1 open, 2, 3, and 1. One more time. So 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and point is, those walks are usually, most of them are on the 4 and not the 1 and. You know, the cool thing about this tuning is the whole time you're doing this, if this is all you do to play this song, the whole guitar sounds not wrong. So you can strum away at it. Oops. Not that that's what Dave does, but it's not totally completely wrong if you strum strings you're not supposed to. Okay. All right, so here's some more possibilities for the other strings in the verse. These videos were from 1995, so it's really hard to tell if Dave's finger is just there because it doesn't have anywhere to be, or if it's pressing down strings. But lots of the times when I thought it could have been pressing down strings, the note it would have been pressing down would have been a great note to play. So do your 6-6 and add your pinky on D7, and now you have, right? And when you walk down on that E string, keep your pinky there. The middle finger can take care of that then too, so that you know, totally works. And then down to our little power chord here, that G string 3rd fret, the one that Pat's playing the whole time, is totally fair game. If you do it, then you have, it's a nice chord. But when you switch to your root, you know, your root 3rds there, there's nothing else to do. And mostly Dave's strumming the 2 or maybe the 3 string, so I'm not super hot on that one, but if you're playing it by yourself and you want to fill it out as much as possible, why not? So grab that G string 3rd fret there again if you want, and then when we get down to here, open. It could be G3 for that same, I don't know how much I like that, for that note that's kind of ever present there. Maybe just Pat's taking care of it, but it could be D2 as well for an octave. That's our new octave shape because our D string is 1/2 step higher than it normally is. I don't know, I kind of like just there. 1 open for this low one, and then walk back up, and then 3 1, and now I think we do want that G string 3rd fret. So use your pinky, and we've got 3 1 open 3. So yeah, couple of sort of maybe possibilities there if you want to add the D and the G strings in. One more time. And the chorus is where this tuning gets really handy. Here's as much as you could do to fill it out as much as possible as a single guitarist. And this might even be right. Like I said, educated guesses that work in the tuning that I feel like, due to the clues, is definitely right. Okay, A3 and G3. We're going to keep this G3 note going the whole time for the chorus. And the A string is going to go, so notice, that whole guitar is a really nice, it sounds like that's an Incubus song, right? That's that one. Anyways, that one. So A string 3, 1, open, and then we want our low F note, but go ahead and add that other F. So we've got 1, open, 2, 3. So second half of the chorus is A4, keeping that G3 going. Both 3, and then A2. So and that's the whole entire song. One more time on the chorus. I I just like how all those strings just work. It's pretty ingenious. Yeah, like I said, put it on the acoustic so you could hear all the things I was picking through there, and plus obviously I don't have a place to plug in my electric guitar out here amongst the screaming trees. Thank you for the request, Brandon. You're gonna have to find a new song to bug me about. Everybody else, thank you so much for being here. Have a wonderful Monday, and I'll see you next time with more stuff. Goodbye. Oh gosh, I forgot to mention the chorus, the after it. And then that A string goes 2, 4, 4, 6, 6, 8. Okay, bye.